Welcome to Insanely Positive. Your oasis of joy when the world seems grey and full of grumpy faces. I'm Suzanne Freiherz. Thank you for joining me. I'll feed you buckets of joy to bring out your best self so you can live your best life.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being with me today. And today we want to talk about mindfulness. And today I hope to give you another view on mindfulness, because I realize and I know that there are 1,000 articles and podcasts about mindfulness. So I hope to give you another view with how I see mindfulness and how I live mindfulness. And just to start with that, it's not meditation alone. Right? So if you think, oh, I know what mindfulness is, it's meditation, bear with me, because I think there is much more to this state of being or this state of mind. So let's talk about mindfulness first, and then I'd like to share 4 things that you can do in your everyday life in order to be more mindful. And no, I don't mean to sit down and meditate, because I think this area is covered. So let's talk about mindfulness as a quality in our everyday life. And when I began to think about mindfulness, as I always do, and I can't stop it because I am a linguist and I'm fascinated by words, and I spent many hours just thinking about words and researching words, because I think that the word itself always has a lot of wisdom in it. So I was really, let's say, surprised when I thought about mindfulness. When you look at the word, it means mind and full. The mind is full. And this is exactly what mindfulness isn't, right? Because it's more like an emptiness on the inside in order to be in the present moment, in an open state of being. And then I found out that this word mindful or mindfulness was chosen in the late 19th century in order to translate some Buddhist texts that described this word, this state of awareness. And ever since then, we humans kind of kept this word mindfulness in order to describe bringing one's attention to experiences in the present moment. So I was really surprised when I thought about that a little bit. And I thought, okay, mindfulness is being present in the moment, isn't it? And then I researched some dictionaries, and I found something that really surprised me, that really, I think, is really fascinating and kind of explains why there is some misunderstanding when it comes to meditation and mindfulness. So what I found in Cambridge Dictionary is, when I looked up mindfulness, it means to be aware of your body, mind, and feelings in the present moment. So far, so good. Totally agree. But then the sentence goes on. In order to create a feeling of calm. And that's where I was like, what? Be aware of your body, mind, and feelings in the present moment in order to create a feeling of calm? And I thought, wow, this is really misleading, because mindfulness, like just being aware here and now, is no effort in order to get somewhere. It's just to experience everything that is. So I was really surprised to find this attached to the description of mindfulness. And I think it doesn't belong there. Because when we are mindful, we don't do mindful in order to be calm. Yeah, sure, we practice mindfulness to nurture our inner calm. But if we always live the moment and we're here and I'm so mindful in order to create a feeling of calm, it means that we are creating a conflict. Because when we live the present moment and something is going on and we're not calm, we're irritated or we're exhausted or we are worried or whatever, when we always have this image of we have to create calm, there is an immediate conflict going on the inside. Because we can't be aware anymore. We experience this conflict between the world as it should be and the world as it is, or me as I should be, calm, and then me not being calm. And there is this conflict going on. And this is what mindfulness does not. This is what awareness helps us to dissolve and to free ourselves from this inner conflict between expectation and reality. That's what awareness lifts from us and frees us from. So this is something that I really want to get out there. When we are aware and we're just living this present moment, this inner conflict just disappears. So we're not aware in order to create something else. We're just here. And I think this is a beautiful gift that awareness has for us and gives us. That we can be okay with everything that is going on. And we can be okay with not being okay every now and then. And I think this is where this deep inner peace comes from. To just be aware and then notice, oh, okay, I'm not calm and I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm exhausted, I'm okay with it. So I really want to get this out there. I think awareness is not something that helps us to create something else. It is just being with everything that is and being okay. Even if something is within us uncomfortable or not calm or whatever is present. To be okay with everything that is. Even if I'm okay with not being okay in this very moment. And I think this is a beautiful gift that mindfulness gives us. So I want to get this out there. And I did a whole episode on acceptance, which I think is part of being mindful. And acceptance isn't resignation. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, this is episode 37. So I invite you and I encourage you to listen in. Acceptance isn't resignation. So I like to use the word awareness. I like it much more than mindfulness because I think it helps us understand what mindfulness, what awareness really is, because mindfulness has all this stuff coming with it in order to be calm, or mindfulness is meditation and then I do meditation for 20 minutes or whatever number of minutes and then it stops and then I just and nothing changed and then I'm back in my everyday life. And I see this happen a lot because I work in this field and I've been invited to teach on huge conferences, and I witnessed this dynamic so often that people are meditating together and they're so mindful and they're so peaceful and so calm, and then the meditation is over and bam, everyone is back to normal. And I've watched people just really being rude after meditation with each other, or disrespectful, or just it was kind of something switched off. And I think this is the challenge when we deal with all that. And that's why I wanted to start with this idea that mindfulness isn't meditation, although it of course is, but just to make sure that we're not talking about a separated space in our lives, 20 minutes of meditation where I'm kind of separate from my daily life. And then I do this and I'm so peaceful, and then bam, it's over and I'm back to normal. I think awareness is much more powerful than that. It's not a separate thing that we do and then we're back to normal. I think awareness is a quality that we nurture in maybe 20 minutes of meditation, but then we take it with us and it changes our whole life. So this connection, mindfulness meditation, is so strong that I just prefer to talk about awareness. Because I think to be aware, to perceive what is here now, it's a perfect description of what is going on, isn't it? Awareness also means that I know something is going on, or I know that this and that exists. So it's this connection to reality, which I think is so important in order to not have this conflict of everything should be so peaceful and calm, but it isn't, and then I have this inner conflict going on. So awareness is knowledge. This exists. This is here now. And it's very neutral. And I think this is so important, to be neutral, to not have this vibe of I have to practice awareness in order to get somewhere, in order to be different. So there is no goal that we work towards. Because if we do, there is this conflict again. So I think this is a beautiful gift awareness has for us, to just be with everything that is, to know, this is here now. And to just have this connection to reality. And it's not an escape from reality, right? So this sometimes happens when people meditate. They want to escape reality. And then this whole thing goes on. Once they stop meditating, they're back to normal. But I think awareness gives us the tools and the inner peace, a very deep inner peace, that helps us to connect to reality and deal with everything that is here now and be okay, even if things are not okay. And I think awareness, this beautiful word, also connects to the word aliveness, right? Doesn't it? To be aware, to live now. And that's the big message of awareness. Live now. Be in the middle of this thing called your life. Be alive, be attentive, be open. Stop being mechanical. Be alive instead, right? To not live habitually all the time. So be alive is this call inside of us that reminds us to not be mechanical, but to live every single moment, knowing that this moment is brand new. So when we think of awareness also as being alive, it's this reminder to live now and to let go of habits every now and then. And also, awareness is attention, isn't it? Attention. It's this shift of I'm in my thoughts, I'm somewhere else, and then I direct my attention to all the things I see and hear and notice at the moment. And it just means, what does attention mean? It means to show interest. It's just this very simple inner shift where we have this moment of, okay, I'm going to show interest to my life, to the present moment. And when we think about this word attention, we give attention or get attention, right? So there is this whole dynamic going on. And what I also love is when we say we pay attention to someone or something. Pay attention, pay shows how valuable attention is, isn't it? Because it is valuable, because we all know what it feels like when people don't pay attention to us and we're kind of invisible and people don't see us. This is so hurtful and it's so frustrating to not be seen. And I've done a whole episode on this whole issue that we humans, we need to see each other more. It was, I think, if you're interested in listening to it, it's episode 3, I think. Let me just recheck. It is called Invisible Hands. And it's about this whole thing that we live side by side and we rarely ever really see each other and notice each other. And I think we need to see each other more. We need to show interest in each other, especially in the people that we see every day. And we pay attention. We let others know you are valuable. By paying attention, we tell each other you are valuable. You are worth being seen, being heard. Okay, so when we think of awareness as paying attention, giving attention, this whole beautiful aspect of seeing each other kind of pervades our state of mind. And also when we think about attention, when we say something or someone needs attention, it means to care about someone or something. And this is also what awareness does. It makes us or reminds us to care more, to care about ourselves more, to care about others more, to care about nature more. So I think now you see why I love to work with this word awareness, because it means being alive, not mechanical. It means to show interest, to not take everything and everyone for granted, and to care about each other, to know that everything and everyone around us and we ourselves are valuable. And one last thing is that attention is also something we know when I don't know, someone wants to do a speech and someone says, attention everyone, right? It's this sense of alertness. Attention everyone. We're alert, we're awake. We don't drown in habit. We wake up from habit. And this is just so beautiful when we look at the word awareness, that it means aliveness and attention. We get a much deeper insight of what awareness and mindfulness really is. So I hope that you can see that awareness or mindfulness is not this I'm sitting down to meditate, and then I'm so super peaceful, and then I stop, and then I go back to my normal life. It is a quality that makes us alive, that helps us to wake up from habit, that reminds us to show interest in our life, and that reminds us to care more. So when we take this beautiful cloud of meanings that is in awareness, and we now think about how can we live it? How can we have this awareness as part of our lives all the time, not just in this 10 or 20 or whatever kind of minutes of being calm, but how can it be part of our life and help us to not drown in routine, and also not create a conflict between as it should be, everything should be so calm and peaceful, and then the world as it is. So how can we live this quality that awareness is? So advice number 1 that I want to share is, and I think this is something that you can do right now. Just bring your attention to yourself. That's what you do in meditation. That's what you practice in meditation, just to feel yourself, to bring your attention or pay attention to yourself. And then you do this in any moment during the day. You can just have this moment of wow, of alertness, like this inner attention. And then you think that I'm alive. I am living a brand new moment. Wow. And then you just experience this moment instead of analyzing it. Just be curious. Be aware this is a brand new moment. I have never been in this moment. Woohoo! And then just take this moment and pay attention to what is going on within you. Are you doing whatever you're doing because it's your habit, because it's something that you do every day mechanically? Or is it something that is truly helpful in this very moment? Ask yourself, how useful, how helpful, how nurturing is it? And when you do this, you immediately wake up and become aware, oh, okay, this is brand new. Is this useful, the thing that I'm doing? If it is, keep doing it. If not, stop it. You see, you escape habit. You stop being mechanical and you begin to be fully alive. So this is advice number 1, that how to be aware, how to live this awareness in your everyday life. And then advice number 2 is do the same thing, but with others. Notice others. Show interest in other humans. And that is, I think, what sometimes is forgotten when people practice meditation, because I can see them, how they get stuck in noticing themselves, and then they stop meditating and they're still so deeply focused on themselves that they forget about everyone else around them, right? So when you keep focusing only on yourself, it's not being mindful, it's just being egoistic. So this is, I think, this important aspect of awareness. It helps us to expand beyond us. So I invite you to show interest in others. Show interest. Let the humans around you know that they are valuable. Pay attention to the humans around you. See them. Listen. Really listen. And make sure that humans are always more important than your smartphone or your computer or whatever you're watching on your TV or Netflix or whatever. Just make sure that humans are always top priority. That you always pay attention to the humans around you, especially to the ones that you see every single day. And you're so used to them being by your side. Please make sure that you let them know that you value their existence and that you show interest and that you care. Let them know that you care. Expand your awareness and make sure that your awareness pervades the humans around you. And then advice number 3, show interest in your surroundings. And the way you can very easily do that is escape your habits. My suggestion is, and this is of course something that I do myself because everything I share here is stuff that I do. When you think about where your toothbrush is in your bathroom right now, maybe you've placed your toothbrush somewhere on the right of your sink. Let's just say it's somewhere on the right side of your sink. Just after you've listened to this episode, or in the evening when you come home, I don't know where you are, switch the place of your toothbrush. Place it on the left side of your sink or somewhere else. And then see what happens. I do this all the time. Whenever I clean, whenever I do something in our apartment, I just make sure that I kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm not saying I take Tom's toothbrush and I hide it somewhere in the living room or something. I just every now and then switch places. Toothbrush is on the right side instead of the left side of the sink where we've had it last week. And these are the little things that immediately kind of snatch us out of our habitual behavior, because you will find yourself reaching to the toothbrush in the evening and you will reach nothing and you'll just touch air. And then you'll be like, huh? Oh, it's over there. And you're immediately aware. You're immediately in the present moment. And this is a very little thing, but it is highly effective. And that's what I love about it. So you can do it with your toothbrush and you can do it with every little item that you use daily. Just don't overdo it. Don't hide your things. I'm just saying, place it on the left instead of the right side. Place your coffee mug not on the right side of the coffee machine, but on the left. Just don't make your everyday life complicated. Just make it unusual. And then enjoy the moment when you're like, whoa, okay, this is not where my toothbrush is. It's over there. Ha! And then you're in the present moment and you're completely awake. And then you have all these beautiful gifts that awareness has for us. You suddenly pay attention to what you're doing and you remind yourself how valuable it is to take care of your teeth, and you're grateful that you have teeth and that you have a toothbrush and that you have a bathroom. You wake up from habit and you suddenly show interest in the stuff that is around you and you appreciate it. Suddenly you appreciate it, right? Because you escaped your habits. You're aware. And here comes advice number 4. Show interest in the things that you do on a daily basis that you usually are not very interested in. And that could be brushing your teeth. That could be combing your hair. That could be eating your food, drinking your water, washing your hands, having a shower. Like things that you do on a daily basis where you would say they are mundane. I do this every day. It's not interesting at all. Just show interest in all these things. Switch on all of your senses when you eat. See your food, smell it. Be grateful that you have food. Be grateful that you have a body that needs nourishment. Chew your food, taste your food. Just do it with all of your senses. And this is how you are completely aware and awake and in the present moment. And a little helper, how you can kind of tap into this kind of awareness is, let's say you're eating your food and let's say you always hold your fork in your right hand. Switch it over to your left hand. Use your other hand. And it will be so easy to stay aware. Maybe eating will become a little messy, but well, that's fine. Do this with stuff you do every day. Hold your soap in your other hand and your toothbrush in your other hand. This is very interesting. Comb your hair with your other hand. Hold your blow dryer with your other hand. You see what I mean? You just switch your hands. So you have one predominant hand and you do most of the things with this hand, and then you switch over to the other and wow, you're aware. You're completely awake. And this helps you to really show interest in the things that you do every day. And what happens when you do all these seemingly mundane things with awareness? Well, I always feel like they kind of begin to glow. To me, it feels like they become so special just because I do them with awareness, just because I'm so awake. And this is a life quality, I think, that awareness has. This gift that awareness has for us. The quality of living is just on a completely different level when we live mindfully, live with awareness. When we see awareness as this abundance that I've just tried to describe, instead of seeing it as a couple of minutes a day that I sit down and try to be mindful, right? Just tap into this abundance that awareness is. And I hope with these 4 things, you find kind of like these entrance points, and you just make sure that they are part of your everyday life. And you'll find that the quality of living changes drastically. And you'll find how easy it is and how effortless, and it doesn't take any extra time. So what will happen is there will not be this, oh, this is my mindfulness time, or this is the time I spend being aware. But your whole life will be this space of awareness. The separation is gone. Everything is the same. You are this alive, caring, awake being on a daily basis. And what happens is when we are present in the moment, it's kind of magical, really, because we enter this space where we live beyond time. Let me explain. When we live this present moment right now, it never stops, doesn't it? It just doesn't stop. It's still here. The present moment is still here. So there is no end. And also, there is no beginning. It's always here. It's always present. So when we live in the present moment, we enter this space beyond time. And we are truly alive in the moment. And I think maybe this is why we call it the present, because it is a present. It is a gift. In the present moment, we understand that having a life is a present, is a gift. And what awareness does is it helps us to show interest in this gift that is our life, to be awake to the fact that we are alive, to be attentive, to be open, and to care about the fact that we all are alive here, right now. And with this, now that we all are in this weird, amazing space beyond time, I would like to take a breath with you all and thank you so much. I sincerely hope that this made sense for you and that you can take something with you that makes your life more beautiful and richer and easier when you just begin to be okay in the present moment. And I send you a big smile and a big thank you for letting me be part of your life. I will do a summer break now. I am in Europe and summer is coming. It's taking a little time, but it's coming. So I will be back in fall, European fall. So everyone, thank you so much. Please check in again in fall. I don't know yet the exact date. I will announce it on my Instagram channel. That is just my name, Suzanne Freiherz, with a Z. You can let me know, and I would be really happy if you let me know. What do you want to hear from me in fall? So I will spend the summer with a lot of very interesting projects and also collecting ideas from you guys, what we should do in fall together. For everyone on the other side of this beautiful planet, if winter is coming, I wish you a fantastic winter season, and just, open your heart to being present and being okay, even if stuff is not okay every now and then, and just come home to yourself and to your beautiful heart and show interest in yourself, in the humans around you, in the beings around you, in nature around you. Show interest in our planet. Be kind with each other, take care of each other, take care of yourself. Appreciate yourself, appreciate everyone and everything around you. And just remember that this life is a present. It's a gift. Thank you so much. We'll meet again in fall. Create joy and bliss. Shed the negative. The new normal is insanely positive.